Sequence of ignition begins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, and 0. Take off. We are taking off. Hello everyone, this is the Pepo coin. It's snowing today, and I had to eject my 12-year-old from my office to make this video since he was complaining about not having breakfast. I have to get this kid back to school, you know. Snow must melt. Since I'm spending money on this kid, every day around the time I wake up, it's like I have a second job all the time. At least I can take a break when he's in school. The way the market is looking is fantastic, and I have seen something similar in the past when there is constantly incoming news and impending events. When the market slightly retreats, keep an eye on it. Despite the fact that it hasn't retreated much, you can sense an impending tidal wave when it does. You sense it. Don't believe anything I say. Simply watch what I demonstrate in this video. Sean McBride, a former employee of Ripple, is shown here. He was asked when he anticipated the dismissal of the Ripple case. Additionally, I found this tweet to be intriguing. The lawsuit should be settled or dismissed within the week. I believe it will be settled rather than rejected because I am aware that each choice has subtleties. Brad, Chris, and Ripple all deserve recompense in my opinion. Confidentiality should also be maintained regarding all parties involved. Compared to a dismissal outright, a settlement provides a more thorough. Though I'm by no means an expert, this is what I've deduced. In reference to yesterday's script, an amicus brief from Better Markets is presented. I gave you a 5/Barney. In what seemed to be his final days, Gary Gensler filed one of the motions and continued to try to prolong the Ripple case. Better Markets has now submitted an amicus brief which states that programmatic trading systems should be reversed since they are not securities under Howey. Who then has superior markets? Cowboy X, the official cowboy of the Digital Asset Investor channel, tweeted about this 2 or 3 times, so you'll see it for yourself. First, they filed an amicus brief today in support of the SEC, and Gary Gensler gave a speech at the Better Markets virtual conference. A year ago, that was yesterday. Liz Warren loves the CEO of Better Markets. Better Markets' Dennis Kelleher and his colleagues have continuously advocated for financial reform to help shield the U.S. economy from future financial crises. Elizabeth Warren is a huge fan of these guys. They probably provide to her, so they would be motivated to do anything. Like the transition team of former Biden? Harris is also a Better Markets CEO. Does everything make sense now? At last, Anthony Scaramucci makes a statement that I concur with. We must call strikes and balls. It's probably not a very good example from Europe, but ultimately I was present when President Trump spoke at the Bitcoin conference, and it was pretty evident that the business would change if he won. And I was shocked by the Democrats' unwillingness to comprehend what was truly happening, whether you were on their side trying to help them, and if a history of this period is ever written, it will be about the meeting of Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler. Some of us had some opinions about what they were doing for some reason, but they banded together and actually contributed to the Democrats losing the Senate, the House, and the presidency. It was therefore quite difficult to communicate with them at the time, not only about what they were doing, but also about what I would say. Okay, that gets hanged around. Senator Warren is hilarious. Gary Gensler's neck and Senator Warren's, and it's true. Kathy Wood is now discussing the incoming government. Additionally, I believe that AKA, the new administration is transforming apprehension into hope through deregulation. The importance of deregulation in releasing animal spirits is, in my opinion, greatly underrated. Thus, we're quite thrilled about this. Indeed, our plans are beginning to take shape. I'm not sure if it's momentum. Our actions have not changed. We believe that these businesses will change the world. They're only now getting a little more attention. However, that propensity for risk is now somewhat increasing. The XRP animal spirits haven't even started to appear to me yet. That has the sound of a thumbnail. Eric Trump is the source of this. You go, Mark, if you remember. In the video the other day, he said that Eric Trump was the one who was promoting XRP as something that wasn't like the National Bank. According to him, XRP. In a moment, I will play the video again for you, and I'll just show you what he said. However, he claimed that many of the discussions regarding XRP, ADA, Bitcoin, and other topics were orchestrated by Eric Trump. He claims that there has never been a better moment to invest in the U.S., place bets on our markets, energy, technology, and cryptocurrency, and wager on the greatest country in the world, a country that has been liberated from its bonds and limitations and now has boundless possibilities. without a doubt, left a mess, but it will be cleaned up and the upcoming 4 years will be amazing. There will be transformational riches created, and I hope the journey is enjoyable for all. Yes, I will be present. Well, I'll try to grab that Just Go clip next in order to remind you of what he said. When I was on the live stream with the Good Morning Crypto, they didn't release it, so I didn't even get the part. The first section of this article discusses XRP's potential and how it is in a strategic reserve. That was not even visible to me. Legislation is the one thing that is likely to be passed. The other items, there's a lot of talk about them going beyond Bitcoin to include, say, XRP, Cardano, and Hedera. Those founders have been hanging out with the administration and Eric, and I believe that Eric is the driving force behind a lot of this. His son, we shall see. However, since Bitcoin is digital gold, everything else plays a different role, which makes it the case for a strategic reserve. There is some talk that XRP could be used or ordered to be used as a digital currency issued by a central bank, or as the foundation for national banking. I'm not sure if this will happen within the first 100 days, but there is some talk that this will make the XRP people very happy. Although I'm not sure if it will occur or not, if it does, it's one that in a sense alters everything. If I can get it to play, then here's Tom Emmer. On that one, let me press refresh. The world's largest financial system markets are found in the United States. We currently use a two-tiered legacy banking system. It must adapt to the 21st century. For me, the allure of cryptocurrency lies in more than just its nature. First, it will benefit us if Congress fulfills its duties. If we set certain guidelines, market structure, and rules of the road so that people know what they can and cannot do, and who will be in charge of supervision. The current two-tier heritage system can be preserved and given time to adapt to the 21st century. The important thing, in my opinion, is this. This is one of my small notions about how to preserve the heritage system. The stock market collapse if cryptocurrency were made tax-free. That means you would give the stock market a safe harbor period and say, look, we're not going to do this yet, but we're going to phase it in. We're going to phase in no taxes on all of crypto. All you need to do is tokenize all of your bonds over the course of the following 2 years or 5 years, whatever they would require. You have 5 years to tokenize your equities that are listed on the stock exchange, making them tax-free and cryptocurrency. In other words, everything is tax-free. But the stock market will be subject to taxes in 5 years.